You, what are the some signs that water might not be safe,
Mm-hmm.
and even if it looks safe and clean,
Mm-hmm.
so what are those some signs?
Okay. See, the unfortunate part is only when we see water with dirt, only when we see that the water is not clear, and if any water is clear, we believe that it's safe to consume.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
Mhm.
I can just give you a simple analogy here. Like even the DM water, the battery water, right? It looks very clean,
Yeah,
and it is completely devoid of any minerals. But can we drink it?
I don't think so.
If you drink it immediately once the water goes into your throat, because it has no minerals, okay, then it starts extracting your minerals, and then it might even kill you. So the point what I'm trying to say is not everything that looks clean or not everything that looks dirty, and we cannot make a conclusion based on that whether the water is safe to consume or not. But however, a few indications, right, which of course our normal eye can't see, right? Microbiology contamination, you cannot see.
Yeah,
Right?
right,
There
right.
is the one common source of contamination today is E. coli. There are a lot of reports, right, including in a lot of magazines have published this data for Bangalore and many cities, especially the metropolitan cities, where they have identified this E. coli as the source of contamination, right? So microorganisms like E. coli cannot be visible through your naked eyes, right?
Correct.
Though they are present in that, right? What you can see is the dirt, or probably sometimes the turbidity, or sometimes suspended particles. So that's something they can see. But common science is whenever you see the water, right, always go with intuition. If you feel that the water is not good to consume, then you should stop there.
Right.
But if it is dirty, of course, you know that the water is not fit to consume. At the same time, just because the water is safe, right? I mean, it's clean, it doesn't mean it's safe. So it's very difficult for someone who is not coming from that scientific background or the lab background, just by looking at the water and come to a conclusion whether I can drink this water or not. Right? But a foul odor, sometimes you get a bad smell from your water. It might be sometimes from your corporation taps, or sometimes your filter itself, the output, or sometimes the borehole water, or sometimes the tanker water, right? So you can sense that, no, the kind of smell that you get, and sometimes the taste, very difficult because taste is very subjective, but sometimes you might feel an off taste, okay. And visually, if the water is turbid and it's having some kind of visible contamination, then that water is something that you should not be consuming. You need to make sure that you're getting it tested.
Got it. Means testing the water is very crucial.
Definitely.
Everybody should do it, and
Yes.
as you mentioned, that if it looks clear also,
Yeah.
then it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot say that
Correct,
it is.
correct. There's a
safe.
term what we use, potability.
Yeah.
So this is a very technical term, but in layman terms, whether this water is drinkable or not is what potability is. So there is a specification which is set by the IS standards. That specification is IS 10500. Anyone can Google it. So it gives you a set of parameters, which are the parameters that you should actually get your water tested for with the limits.
Okay.
For example, there is a parameter pH, right? Not lot of people know commonly about pH.
Yeah.
So pH should be somewhere between 6.5 to 8.5.
Right.
So if it is either of these limits, then the water is not safe to consume. If you take TDS, right, it can be less than 500, and sometimes it can go up to 2000 also. So you would get to know what are the test parameters that you can test, okay, and what are the limits. If it is within limit for those parameters, then we say that this water is potable. Or we as a testing agency, we never declare anything, we never certify anything. We just say that whether your water is kind of complying or not complying to these tested parameters is what we do. So we recommend that people have to get their water tested, because it's very difficult, as I mentioned, for a layman to just see the water and then tell that whether it can be consumed or not.
Yeah, correct.